Hello everybody, welcome to the stretching sequence. So this is perfect to do at the end of your online workouts, or just if you feel like you need to move your body at the end of the day or in the middle of the day or at the start of the day, just any time of the day. This is one of my favorite sequences, which involves a lot of stretching around the hips, obviously the lower body, the legs, and also involving the spine. All very important parts. So we're going to start off just by coming into this, I call it the proposal position. So if you need to have something extra underneath your supporting knee, please go for it. You want to grow nice and tall and go for a little bit of a tuck under with your hip. So lots of people do this when they go for a hip flexor stretch, but a true hip flexor stretch, you're tucking under here and growing tall. And if you squeeze your back glute, you should also feel this open up a little bit more through your hip. And I want you to just be here for a moment, squeezing there and hopefully feeling that stretch. And maybe the stretch go all the way down the front of the thigh as well. Relaxing the shoulders. Now please feel free to just, once you know what the sequence is, to just stay as long as you like in the stretches. You can pause the video. I'm just obviously going to carry on and go through the sequence, but please take as much time as you need. Okay, from here, we're going to now come forward. And I want you to come down and just place your elbow into this knee. So same arm as leg. And we should feel a stretch into the inner thigh, top of the leg here, and also your opposite hip. And we're just breathing there. Good. Really getting in there. Fantastic. And then from here, the hand which is on the floor, just bring it directly underneath your shoulder. Tuck your back toes. You're going to lift up. And you're going to go for a twist to the ceiling like so. Good. Now you may feel a bit of a stretch in your supporting glute. Some people feel that. I want you to keep breathing. Make sure your eyes are looking up at the ceiling as well. And then from here, relax the back knee down. Now this is the potentially tricky part. You want to grab your back foot. Now you may just be here grabbing the back foot. If you can, I want you to bring yourself right up and pull that foot in towards your bum. Open the chest, relax the shoulders. You may need to hold on to something. Otherwise you need to make sure you're really engaging through the abs. And we're getting that big stretch again down the front of the leg, maybe into the hip again. Good. Gently release that foot. And then from here, you're going to slide your front foot forward. So flex the foot. Placing both hands, if you can, onto the floor. You don't have to go all the way down, but I want you to keep this foot flexed, and I want you to try and keep a little bit of engagement between the shoulder blades and not completely just kind of collapse like that. You'll get a better stretch into your hamstring if you press yourself forward, so opening through the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Good. And then you're going to just carefully bring that back in, and let's do the same thing on the other side. So starting here, going for a little bit of a tuck, growing nice and tall. Good, squeezing. So this side I don't really feel that much in comparison to the other side, which is like the whole world is in my hip. Then we're coming forward. We're going to push this elbow in towards the inside of the leg. Good. And just breathing there. Fantastic. And then from here, just making sure this hand's underneath the shoulder, tucking the toes, and we're going to come up and we're going to twist. Opening through here, engaging through the shoulder blades. Eyes up towards the ceiling. Fantastic. Doesn't matter if your arm's only up to here, that's fine. In due time, you might get all the way up. And then just relaxing down if you can. And here's the tricky part again, grabbing that back foot. You might want to keep that glute squeezed when you do this so your hamstring doesn't cramp. And coming up, trying to tuck under, open through the chest. Good. Stretching through there. Relax your shoulders and breathe. carefully releasing that off and just sliding forward. Good. See if we can place those hands on the floor, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Nice. Nice stuff. And then carefully bringing that back in. And from here, we're just going to come into my favorite Asian squat. So making sure the toes are a little bit out to the side and pressing the elbows inside your knees. Fantastic. Feeling nice and open. Really dropping the bum down nice and low. If you're up on your toes, that's fine. Ideally, we're going to be with feet flat on the floor, but otherwise just hanging out here and just trying to push down and getting that stretch down the back of the legs. Feeling open through the top of the spine. Good. And then we're just going to finish by coming into a little bit of a downward dog. So wiggle your feet in so they're parallel. And then you're just going to walk them back. And we're just going to walk through the feet. So you're getting a stretch into the calves as well. Give a little bit of a squeeze going on between the shoulder blades. You can hold down on one side if you wish. And then pressing with both heels down to the floor. And I really like this part. I squeeze my shoulder blades together, press into my hands, pressing down with the heels. My heels aren't even touching the floor, which means I get a really deep stretch down the legs. Good, good, good. And then from here, I'm just going to finish by dropping my knees down, opening my knees, turning my hands up to the ceiling, and finishing with a child's pose. My bum is down on my heels. And this is the part where you can stay for as long as you like. Just really trying to stay nice and low, open through the hips. And just remembering to breathe. Imagine someone's hands are just here on your back and you're trying to just breathe into their hands, trying to create space and expand through all sides of your rib cage. And just when you come up, whenever that may be, just go for a nice roll of the shoulders and maybe just a gentle roll of the head as well. And that is us for our stretching sequence. Thank you very much for joining me.